My name is Muthoni, but most of you who know me might know me by the name Lynn, but they're all my names. So today we're at the Bakers Club Resource Center at Buruburu, Phase 5. So today we're going to be making something different, not so different, but something a bit different, something unique. We're going to be making lemon cupcakes, lemon flavored cupcakes. They're so simple, they're so easy to make. You don't need a lot of things, and I'm going to show you the most basic way of making them. So hope you guys enjoy. First of all, we have to go through the recipe and we have to make sure we have everything we need. In our ingredients list, we're going to start with flour. We need 520 grams, sugar 256 grams, butter 256 grams, 2 eggs, 2 cups of milk, 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence, and baking powder 15 grams. This recipe I'm going to use self-raising flour, so I don't think I'll be needing the baking powder. And before you start, you have to make sure you've read through the whole recipe to make sure you have everything that is needed. And sometimes the recipes tell you to, maybe there's some, like for the fruit cakes, there's some recipes that tell you to soak the fruits for a number of hours, and you imagine if you need a cake in like 2 hours and you're being told to soak it for maybe 12 hours, you see, that's when everything just goes bad. So make sure you read through the whole recipe before you start. Before we start, we're going to preheat our oven to 180 degrees for about 15 minutes. And then we are going to start our baking process. So for the ovens, mostly the temperature, it's not really the same for all ovens. So sometimes you might, like for me, I'm going to bake at 180 degrees, but you might find that maybe when you're using your oven, you might find that 180 is too high or too low depending on your oven, you know. But ukiendelea kubake, you just get used to your oven. You know what degrees works for you. So, but for me, I'm going to be using a thermometer inside our oven to be almost sure, or to be sure, actually this is perfectly sure, to be sure that I'm baking at the right degree. So I'm going to preheat my oven for like 15 minutes, for about 15 minutes at 180 degrees, that's about there. So yeah, let's start our baking now. We go to the mixing. First of all, I'm going to mix the sugar and the margarine. So I'm using this mixer over here, which we got from Soft. You can get it at Soft, and any other baking equipment or ingredients, you can get them at Soft, which is based in town at viii Towers. In case you don't have a mixer like this one, you can also use a hand mixer. You can use a hand mixer, or you can also use a hand whisk. So I put in the sugar and the margarine. I already measured, so I'm sure it's accurate. I'm just going to close that. So you're going to mix it for about 5 minutes, or depending on your mixer, until you are confident that it's well mixed. It looks fluffy and whitish since our margarine is a bit, you know. As you can see, it's changing color, it's becoming whitish. So I'm just going to so I think it is well done. We can add our essence. We're going to add our essence: 1 teaspoon vanilla essence, 1 teaspoon of lemon essence, and then towards the end we're going to add our lemon grated. I grated some lemon. Just grate the green part kidogo. You don't really need a lot because it's just for the flavor. So let's add our essence of vanilla. And 1 teaspoon of lemon essence. So vanilla essence is like the base of every flavor. Like when you're flavoring a cake, you have to add vanilla to cover the taste. So I'm going to mix this. Necessarily not to remove anything that might be inside the flour, but mainly to remove. Flour is usually so lumpy at times, so you need to sift it to get rid of the lumps, and to also incorporate some air to make sure that your cake or cupcakes rise as they should. So yeah, I'm going to put that. So when you're using all-purpose flour, you don't really have to sift it. Then you sift the baking powder aside. You're just going to mix it up you're going to mix the flour and the baking powder, and then you sift it together like the mixture. So now we add our flour. So we're going to, don't put all the flour in it, just put like almost half of it, then you mix. So when you're folding in the flour, you don't need to use a really high speed with the mixer. Just gently, because yeah, I think that's enough. So when you're folding in the flour, you don't need to put so high it. When you need the speed should just be kidogo. And when you put the first half of the flour, you're going to add 1 cup of milk. Since we're using 2 cups of milk, we're going to put in 1 cup to fold in with the first half of the flour. So you put in 1 cup of milk. So I'm just going to do this manually so that you can see well. So this is the first half of the flour, and I think now we can add the other half of the flour. Yeah. And I'm loving the smell. Wow. So I'm just going to fold this in. Then I add the last cup of milk. And we can do it with a mixer, but at a very low speed. Yeah, so I think our mixture is okay. You can even feel it with your hand, like the way it's. So next, I'm going to add our lemon, the grated bits. You see, I'm just using a little of it. Yeah, so you don't really have to add it, but gives you better results. Yeah, so the smell. It really smells nice. Very, very nice. Yeah, so our mixture is done. So next we're going to transfer, our mixture is done. We're going to transfer it to our cupcake holders. I have a set here. I have these beautiful sets that has tiny cars. So, normally, they're usually the cupcake holders that are really weak, so you have to use a baking tray. But if you don't have these, you have to get the stronger ones. You see, this one it does not collapse, so you can just use a tray like this one with this kind of cupcake holders. But if you want to get this one, if you want to get this tray, you can get it. Like this one is just a Juakali one, and they are available. They're in the market, so yeah, you can get it. Normally for this recipe, with these ingredients, it's supposed to give you about 24 cupcakes. But since my cupcake holders are tiny, they are a bit smaller than the usual, so they might give me a bit more. So yeah, don't be surprised when the cupcakes don't turn out that number. They don't turn out to be 24. I'm using an ice cream scoop. It really makes your work easier because you just use it to, like for example this one. See, it really makes it easier because of the, let me just show you. So inside the scoop there's a tiny metal that pushes it down, so you don't really have to struggle. So just going to do that. Make sure you don't fill the whole cupcake holder because it's going to rise and it might overflow, so make sure you don't fill it to the top. So let's go check our oven as we're putting the cupcakes to bake. Oh, I have this beautiful from X. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, our oven is ready, as you can see. I don't know if you can really see the thermometer inside there, but it's already at 180, so we can bake our cupcakes. Yeah. So yeah, let's wait for our cupcakes to bake for about 15 minutes. We don't really need, cupcakes. There's just little butter in every cupcake holder, so we don't really need a lot of time for them to bake because the heat reaches all the butter in a holder really fast because it's little. So yeah, let's wait for them to bake. The recipe on the description section of the video so that you can access it. So yeah, basically that's the simplest way of making cupcakes. really hoping to enjoy these cupcakes because they smell really good. You should try them, by the way. You should try them. They are so nice, and I'm so impressed with how they've come out of the oven. Remember, if you put too much butter in a holder, it will just smudge to overflow and it won't look presentable. And the most important thing, remember to try out the recipe. You will get very good treats for your family, especially this Easter, though it's over, but it's still in the season, so you can try them. Yeah, and enjoy your cupcakes. Please remember to send me photos of whatever you've tried to make, and yeah, enjoy your cupcakes. I'll see you next time in our next video. Let's wait and see what we will make next. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you want me to do next, and I will be sure to do it. So I'll see you. Bye.